Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine was back in action on the 7-kilometre iconic circuit of Spa-Francorchamps, where the 7th round of the 2022 season would take place. In the forest of the Ardennes, the fight for the top of the overall classification of the series has intensified as the top 5 drivers arrive in Belgium, separated by just 58 points. There had also been some changes to the grid. Mari Boyer has now moved across to MP Motorsport from ART Grand Prix. His place at the French team was filled by French F4 champion Esteban Masson, who made the switch from FA Racing. That allowed Francesco Braschi to join the Spanish team for the rest of the season, while Nicola Marinangeli returned to the series, joining Monolite Racing. Paul Aron continued his impressive form this season in qualifying as the Estonian took his 4th pole position in the first qualifying session. An important result for the Prema Racing driver as he attempts to chase down his teammate in the race for the title. Aron secured the best time of a 2-minute 15.786 seconds, which allowed him to take the front row alongside David, who was the fastest in Group B and in the 2 collective tests. Third on the grid for race 2 was Dino Beganovic, who struggled against his teammate Aron for pole position in the first group. The Brazilian Bortoleto was 53 thousandths of a second behind David and finished ahead of Owen Tangavelu, who put in his best qualifying performance to put his car 6th on the grid overall. The Frenchman shared the 3rd row with Tramnitz, who was the fastest among the rookies. Barrichello qualified 7th on the grid ahead of Trident's Leonardo Fornaroli, whilst Boyer and Mini completed the top 10.
Yeah, it was a really good day. Obviously, pole position is what everybody wants. I need to thank the team, obviously. It was a 1-2 in our group, so we did a really good job and the car was good. And overall, I'm really happy. I think we were a bit missing pace throughout the weekend here during the tests and free practices. So I'm really happy we managed to pull it all together and put together a good package for qualifying. And also on my side, I put together a good lap with good slipstream. You know, in Spa, the slipstream is a key factor in qualifying and everybody's playing games. So I guess I just played the game the best and took the maximum out of it. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to plan forward because, like you said, there's so many options, and I think for sure this is going to be the hardest race of the year. There's many options for the push-to-passes, and obviously after a safety car you have a really long straight, and if you don't have a push-to-pass there, the guy behind can easily overtake you. So it will be a difficult race. Hopefully we have good pace, and we need to manage it as best as possible. I think there will be a lot of battles, and I don't think it will be a classic race where, you know, the pole position guy can get away and then win the race. I think it will be a more strategic race, and you really need to manage your push-to-passes.
Yes, so far so good. It's been a very good weekend. I think it's my strongest of the year so far in terms of performance itself. Quite disappointed not to get the overall pole. I think I just didn't do the job today. I did my first, my best lap on my first push, which was not ideal at all, and then I went off on my fastest lap. So yeah, too many mistakes today, but what matters is the race. Still 0 points for everybody, so yeah, I will focus and analyze what went wrong, and hopefully we can be back on Saturday for the big race here.
After a difficult round at the Hungaroring, Beganovic was back to where we're used to seeing him as he took pole position for race 1 after going fastest in both groups of the 2nd qualifying session. The Swedish driver set the pace in the 2nd session with the best time of a 2-minute 15.292 seconds after battling until the last lap with his teammates Aron and Montoya, who finished the session 2nd and 3rd. Gabriele Mini topped Group B with a 2-minute 15.790 and secured a front row start alongside championship leader Beganovic. The Italian driver topped his group and was ahead of Megatuniv, who achieved his best qualifying result in Belgium, taking a 2nd row start, while Montoya and Fornaroli, who are both fighting for the rookie title, qualified on the 3rd row. Barrichello and Havercourt finished 4th in their respective groups to make up row 4 on the grid, whilst Pietro Deligoanti and Lorenzo Fluxa would round out the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to be back on top, to fight for the pole yesterday and to take pole today. It's an amazing result considering the last 2 weekends we have had. It's been tough, but we have not stopped working, and it feels good to be back. Yeah, I mean, it was tough. I think qualifying was a bit of a mess with all the cars slowing down for tow, and obviously it's a strategy overall to get a tow, to get a good position, and that's very important on this track, and I think the races will be very exciting just because of this. No, I think both P3 and P1 obviously is good starting positions. I think it's going to be a battle, a challenge coming into T5, but I think from there the race is going to be very exciting with the push to pass available we can use, and all the slipstream effect I think is really huge. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting race, and I can't wait.
Well, I feel pretty good, of course. It was a good lap. I've been pretty lucky to get a really huge slipstream, especially for Sector 1. And yeah, even if I lost a bit of time in Sector 2 with the time gain that I had in the first sector, I managed still to be on pole. So yeah, I think it was a good job from the team, and also I was pretty lucky with that. Well, yeah, the last 5 races has been pretty good. I think in Spa, hopefully, I mean, it's better to start in P2 rather than P1, because we know after Rouge, if the P2 is really close to you, then there's no way you're going to defend. Of course, this all works if you get a good start and you can stay with the P1. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes and hope for the best. Well, I don't really know what to expect. Of course, in race 1 we are there, we start P1 too, but in race 2 I start a bit more further in the back. So yeah, I can't really say. Maybe we can fight for race 1 and race 2. As I said, we will have to do a good comeback, let's say, to be able to overtake him.
And a green flag now being waved. And here come the lights, second light, third light, fourth light, and the fifth light here at Spa. And it is pedal to the metal, and it is go, 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 go. Dino Beganovic got away so well. So did Gabriel Bortoleto to an extent, running onto the grass as well. In behind Sebastian Montoya, who goes down the inside now at La Source. But still, Paul Aron holds on to his advantage in third place. A great battle, certainly already from the get-go between the two teammates. They're literally side by side now, heading up through towards what will be Eau Rouge. And of course, Radion, but no questions as to who's on top. It is Dino Beganovic who leads. The Team Tridents as well, moving their way up further down as well as they now make the almighty climb up through the Kemmel Straight. Now this is where we've seen the slipstream oh so useful. You can see as well the FA Racing cars getting nip and tucked together as well as they now lead through towards Les Combes. Gabriel Mini goes for it here in towards Les Combes. Can he? Oh, he's off the track. Beganovic managing to hold on. Oh, there's a car off. There's a car off now. I'm not sure. Was that Sebastian Montoya who has gone off at that point? It looked like it was, just ventured into the gravel. And as a result, I believe has moved further down. We will get clarification on that as we're now watching the cars make their way through Brochel's corner. They will have the Jackie X Bend as well coming up next here with just over 28 minutes to go now. As you can see, all the cars making their way through. The RPM Motorsport team as well looking to try and make some places as now they round poo on. It's Beganovic though and Gabriel Mini who certainly led from the front. It got very close between the pair. It's still Beganovic on top though. Gabriel Mini in second place. Sami Megatunif has managed to jump Paul Aron as well and move third place. Gabriel Bortoleto has jumped so many places. Remember, he started from the back. He is now 23rd place and absolutely flying. There's Hamdou Al-Kwabassi trying to gain very, very carefully now on Zagazzetta. Will utilise the slipstream, making their way up towards Les Combes. Paul Aron also looking to jump Sami Megatunif in towards Les Combes. Paul Aron takes back that third place in gargantuan fashion indeed. Very smart move heading through Les Combes, and they'll venture in towards Malmedy. As you can see, the cluster of cars now fighting for position, tussling here. So are the two Trident cars who are very much in the mix between each other as they now come down in towards the next right at Brochel's. Roman Belinsky leading that contingent. Tim Tramnitz dropping back with Lorenzo Fluxer in the mix as well. Oh, the two FA cars getting through past the RPM as well as they ride through and closing as we're seeing more side-by-sides now as they make their way down through towards turn 1. And we are watching what looks to be the RHGP team trying to lunge forward. More action as well further back as well. It's all happening here at Spa-Francorchamps as they round turn one indeed. That's Laurens van Hoopen, who had that issue in qualifying. Yet again, more side-by-side action over between that of Bortoleto as well, who's battling here with Francesco Braschi, and it is Bortoleto who's managed to go ahead there of Francesco up into 18th place as well. But further back, more battling because Zagazzetta has got Laurens van Hoopen for company as well, leading up the Kemmel Straight. It got so close between that pairing as they make their way up through towards Les Combes, and it will be car 64. Esteban Masson as well battling with that Victor Bernier for that 15th place, and has managed to cultivate the move as well and get it done. So great work there from Masson in his group. Here comes Hadrian David now, looking to chase. He'll have an opportunity heading around Blanchimont, dips to the inside and manages to just get his nose in front, running off wide as well. There is Francesco Braschi, but still he'll look to try go down the inside at bus stop. Not this time. Hadrian David takes his position in this race, and defensive move here. Sami Magatunev finally trying to make the move on Paul Aron. He's been certainly peppering at the rear of that Prema all race long. Finds it through Malmedy. Inside line here for Megatunev. Got so close between the pair, but they'll have the run down through towards Bruxelles. Here comes Megatunev. He is in front now. He's in front now of Paul Aron. He got the run out of Malmedy. A great move indeed from Sami Megatunev. He'll be absolutely thrilled with that. MP Motorsport moving now up into the podium places, and he is part of the rookie contingent. If it stays like this, it's an overall podium and a rookie win for Sami Megatunev. Incredible on the straight as well, as we're now seeing Paul Aron. Eduardo Barrichello got ahead of him as well leading up the stretch. Paul Aron not content with that, tried to take him back again at Les Combes, but not able to deliver. So Barrichello now up into 4th place. That is Gabriel Mini. Gabriel Mini off the circuit. Now that is something that we did not expect. He was second in the classification, fighting for the race lead and the race win, and he's out of the car. Gabriel Mini, and you can just see the look on his face. He is absolutely devastated. Absolute scenes here, certainly on the final lap. He only had 1 lap to go after this one, and unfortunately now is bailed out of the car. Big shame there, certainly for him, and of course ART as well, who probably would have had high hopes and expectations leading into this race. And Dino Beganovic now, I'm sure it's worked in his favour at this point in time, as we're now seeing Hadrian David come down as well. And we're seeing Laurens van Hoopen with Sebastian Montoya, and there's another one off as well. As Victor Bernier, who's off into the gravel, and he can't get back going. The rear tyres stuck in the gravel, and he's unable to spin the car back onto the track. And there is a very forlorn Gabriel Mini. Big shame, certainly for ART and for him as well. It was going so well, 2nd place. It would have been good points on the table. Not enough to usurp Beganovic, but at the same time, it would have meant a lot going in towards the latter stages of this championship. And certainly with the way it stacks right now, Beganovic is in the best position possible. He will have 1 lap to take. So we're seeing some red flags being waved by the marshals, and that is a red flag, folks. A red flag on the very last lap of the race. Lots of battling, lots of overtaking. And it was all really from that first lap, because we saw the likes of Beganovic and of course Gabriel Mini going side by side. Mini was unfortunate, not able to manage to get ahead there of Dino Beganovic, but as Beganovic now lifts himself out of his car, he will replace the steering wheel back into place here in Parc Fermé. And will it be a celebration? I'm sure it will be. Here comes Dino Beganovic. There it is. Celebrating here in style. A win for Dino Beganovic, the Swede. It was a tremendous drive. Defensive efforts in the first lap were very crucial against the threat of Gabriel Mini, who peppered the rear, tried to find him, but no, could not find his way through at all. And unfortunately was reduced to 2nd for the majority of that race as well. We have got the current results. We have got Dino Beganovic, who's currently registered as P1. We've also got Gabriel Mini, currently registered in P2 as well. Sami Megatunev in 3rd.
As a result of some penalties given out post-race, the classification of the first race of the weekend underwent some changes, which included the podium positions. The first position remained unchanged, with Beganovic taking his 4th win of the season, while the ART Grand Prix car of Gabriel Bortoleto was found to be non-compliant during the technical checks, which would see the Italian driver excluded from the race. As a result, Sami Megatounev was promoted to 2nd, which was his first podium of the season, whilst Dudu Barrichello would be promoted to 3rd, giving the Brazilian his first piece of silverware in the championship.
Yeah, it's awesome to be back at the top. I mean, we have done hard work, a lot of hard work. Obviously, the last 2 rounds haven't been too easy for me, especially Hungary, and to bounce back with a win, it's just incredible, and I can't thank the team enough. Definitely here it's really difficult because of the push-to-pass we have available, and also the slipstream effect is huge. So to stay in front the whole race, I think it's incredible. It's really, really good, and I think it showed that we are really good speed, and also for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's amazing, an amazing result. I'm really happy. Yeah, it's a really tough championship. There is a lot of competition, and since the beginning I've never put everything together to get that result, and today I did it. We had a really good pace in quali and race, and it's such a good feeling to get this result. To give the result to the team, to me, they support me a lot, and yeah, I'm really happy. Yeah, honestly, my pace was just better and better during the race. With Paul, I went for the move. I saw an opportunity. He had more to lose than me, of course, as he's playing the championship. So I think I had to go for it. We touched a little bit, but I think it was a good move to take the 3rd place. I finished 2nd on the line, but with the red flag, I'm 3rd at the end. But it's still an amazing result. I'm really happy.
The pace car coming through, green flags now being waved, the lights now going red, 3rd light, 4th light, and the 5th light. And it is pedal to the metal, and it is go, 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 go. Paul Aaron gets away well, but so does Hadrian David. The 2 go in tandem, leading down through towards La Source. In behind, Gabriel Bortoleto got a huge jump, big crash, big, huge crash. Not quite sure who that was that got caught up there at the start, but as they weave their way out of La Source, there's a car with a broken suspension or a rear end as well. And that looks to me like it might have been Francesco Braschi in the mix of that, perhaps Pietro Armani as well. But the car's making their way through, up through Arouge and rally on. Paul Aaron still holding on to that lead. Hadrian David now going side by side, looking for that race lead as they now work their way up through towards Lake Com. David hits the front now as Paul Aaron looks to go onto the outside. Can he find a way through? Not this time. Beganovic holds on to that 3rd place. Tramnet now in 4th. Tangavellu trying to work his way through as well. It's all been a bit of a cluster at the start, and a safety car. The next start finish straight, down through past the line and head down through towards the source. We have gone and put pedal to the metal for the 2nd time in this race, folks. In towards the source now, still in tandem, nose to tail at this point. Hadrian David still very much leads. Aaron in 2nd with Dino Beganovic in 3rd place. Come back fighting. Beganovic now going side by side with teammate Paul Aaron. 2nd place now. Certainly now for Dino Beganovic, following on from yesterday's exploits in race 1. A sensational effort to overtake, heading up through the Kemmel Straight, leading through towards Lake Com. He is now in 2nd. An incredible move. Paul Aaron weaving to the right-hand side. Bortoleto heads in through the outside as well in towards Brachel's corner. Wheel to wheel through this portion of the circuit as well as they now go side by side off the track there, Bortoleto. Well defended there, certainly from Paul Aaron, controlling his side of the track, his portion of the track, as Barrichello scoops into the gravel as well, with Tangavellu all over his rear. As now we see more puffs of smoke, certainly, and there is car number 13 belonging to Joshua Dufek, just dropping down slightly and perhaps losing a few positions, maybe kicking up some of the gravel himself, heading through Jackie X corner, as we can now see more and more cars filtering through. Sebastian Montoya joined very much with Kaz Havercourt from Van Amersfoort, who enjoyed certainly the Hungary, his first race win of the season too. It's been a sensational start, a sensational restart. David still very much on top, but Beganovic now, after winning yesterday, he'll be looking to go 2 from 2. Another man looking for an overtake is Eduardo Barrichello, heading up through now, through Rouge and Radion. Now Kemmel is next on his list. He's got Tim Tramnitz ahead of him. Eduardo Barrichello now side by side, looking to try and move his way up into P5. Can he do just that? Moving through Les Combes. He's got the pace. He takes the outside line. Tramnitz goes defensive. Not enough though. Eduardo Barrichello, the Brazilian, now up into 4th place. A wonderful effort, and certainly the team at Arden Motorsport are going to be delighted to see that. Certainly Barrichello is going to do wonders for his confidence this season. His first podium coming this weekend, and certainly following that up with another positive performance. Oh, an incident as well. Here's the replay coverage. The FA racing car coming to blows, and certainly a little issue there for both cars. Now that could sustain damage, certainly for the FA racing car as much as the one he collided with. Bortoleto, who's trying to defend now from Paul Aron, who's right behind him. Bortoleto managing to hold on to that 3rd place. So an excellent move from Bortoleto, following on again, as I said before, that spectacular drive. Bortoleto, who's now officially registered as 3rd place, now ahead of Paul Aron and chasing down Dino Beganovic. He's brought the gap in to 4/10 as we now watch the almighty climb through Eau Rouge and Radion, and Bortoleto very up close and personal now with Dino Beganovic. And can we see that pace again unleashed here from Bortoleto, heading up now through towards Les Combes, 2nd place on the table. If he can grasp it, looks to the inside, gets the move done as well in towards Les Combes. Spectacular work there from Bortoleto. Gabriel Mini, who's now hot on the heels now of Owen Tangavelu. It's going to be a battle potentially between these two. Maybe enter Tim Tramnitz into the fight. Could they go 3 wide? Gabriel Mini goes for the unthinkable. Goes round the outside now on Owen Tangavelu. Not enough. Owen Tangavelu positioning the car absolutely superbly. But look at Mini on the outside. Beautiful move by Gabriel Mini. Kaz Haverkorn, there's a car off with a rear tyre missing. And that is Poitou Wisnicki, who is in the gravel trap. And once again, this time on the entry heading into Les Farniers, it is going to be Poitou Wisnicki who is beached into the gravel, as now we see car 55 of Pietro Delaguanti now make his way through the outside now through bus stop chicane, gets ahead as well, and manages to hold on to his position ahead of that of Roman Belinsky. Further back, we can still see the battling continuing as now the Trident cars look to scrap onwards and upwards. Roman Belinsky trying to retake the position. A yellow flag, another safety car here this late in the race as well, with just over 1:40 to go. Still under safety car conditions here, folks. The timer has ticked down here at Spa-Francorchamps with +1 lap here at the circuit. And they'll now continue to warm up the tyres as they head up through Eau Rouge. We can't get confirmation, folks. The race will indeed finish behind the safety car as the cars now come through towards the straight. And heading up now towards the line, Hadrian David is your winner here at Spa in race 2, with 2nd place going to that of Gabriel Bortoleto. Dino Beganovic coming home in 3rd place. Paul Aron coming home in 4th as well. Gabriel Mini in 6th. Tim Tramnitz 7th.
Race 2 would provide more drama post-race, with Gabriel Bortoleto awarded his very first win in the championship post-race, following a penalty for his teammate Hadrian David, which he received for overtaking pole sitter Paul Aron under safety car conditions. This relegated the French driver to 2nd position, with Beganovic getting 3rd place to make it 2 podiums for the weekend and leave Spa with a 41-point lead in the championship.
Honestly, I love it. I mean, I could not wish for something better before the summer break. Obviously, you want to go on summer break knowing that you've done a good weekend, and that hopefully you can start the next time on track where you ended it. So no, I'm extremely happy. I think race 2 now, it was one of my best races I've done. So making the move done in the beginning with Paul, and then obviously the R race had new tires, so it was a bit difficult to stay with them. But anyways, P3, I'm very, very happy about it, and it's very good for the championship.